Have you ever wondered how governments keep track of so much information? From birth certificates to tax records, governments manage an immense amount of data about their citizens and operations. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of government record tracking. We'll look at the systems, technologies, and processes that ensure records are accurate, secure, and accessible when needed. Whether it's for public services, law enforcement, or historical archives, record tracking is a vital part of modern governance. Let's dive in and see how it all works, starting with the basics of what government records actually are. Government records are official documents created or received by public agencies in the course of their duties. These can include everything from legal documents, financial statements, and correspondence, to digital files and databases. Records are kept to document decisions, provide transparency, and support the delivery of public services. They serve as evidence of government actions and are essential for accountability. Understanding what qualifies as a government record is the first step in grasping how these documents are tracked and managed. Governments handle a wide variety of records. These include personal records like birth, marriage, and death certificates, property records, tax filings, court documents, and more. Each type of record serves a specific purpose and is managed according to strict guidelines. For example, health records are protected by privacy laws, while land records are often public. The diversity of records means that governments must use different systems and protocols to manage each type effectively. Traditionally, government records were kept on paper and stored in physical archives. Today, most records are created and maintained digitally. Digital records offer many advantages, such as easier access, faster retrieval, and better security. However, some records are still kept on paper, especially older documents or those requiring physical signatures. Managing both paper and digital records requires careful coordination and robust systems to ensure nothing is lost or overlooked. The process of creating a government record begins when an event occurs or a transaction takes place. For example, when a baby is born, a birth certificate is issued. When you pay taxes, a record of your payment is generated. These records are then entered into official systems, either manually or electronically. Accuracy at this stage is crucial, as errors can have long-lasting consequences. Once created, records are categorized and stored according to their type and importance. Once a record is created, the next step is data entry and validation. This involves inputting information into databases and checking for accuracy. Governments use trained personnel and automated systems to minimize errors. Validation checks might include verifying names, dates, and other details against existing records. This step ensures that the information stored is reliable and can be trusted for future reference. After validation, records are classified based on their content, sensitivity, and retention requirements. Some records are public, while others are confidential or restricted. Classification helps determine who can access the records and how long they must be kept. For example, financial records may be retained for several years, while some legal documents are kept permanently. Proper classification is essential for compliance with laws and regulations. Government records are stored in secure systems designed to protect them from loss, damage, or unauthorized access. Physical records are kept in climate-controlled archives, while digital records are stored on secure servers or in the cloud. Backup systems are in place to prevent data loss due to disasters or technical failures. Storage solutions are regularly updated to keep up with technological advancements and growing data volumes. Not everyone can access every government record. Access control measures are put in place to ensure that only authorized personnel can view or modify sensitive information. This is achieved through user authentication, role-based permissions, and audit trails that track who accessed what and when. These measures help protect privacy and prevent misuse of information. To further protect digital records, governments use encryption. Encryption transforms data into a coded format that can only be read by authorized users with the correct decryption key. This ensures that even if data is intercepted or stolen, it remains unreadable to outsiders. Encryption is a standard practice for sensitive records, especially those containing personal or financial information. Governments regularly audit their record-keeping systems to ensure compliance with laws and policies. Monitoring tools track access and changes to records, helping to detect unauthorized activity or errors. Audits also help identify areas for improvement and ensure that records are being managed according to best practices. This ongoing oversight is crucial for maintaining trust and accountability. Retention policies dictate how long government records must be kept before they can be archived or destroyed. These policies vary depending on the type of record and legal requirements. For example, tax records might be kept for 7 years, while historical documents are preserved indefinitely. Proper retention ensures that records are available when needed and that obsolete information is disposed of securely. When records are no longer actively used but must be preserved, they are moved to archives. Archiving involves transferring records to long-term storage, often with special preservation measures for paper or digital formats. Archive records are cataloged and indexed for future reference. This process ensures that important historical and legal documents remain accessible for research, legal proceedings, or public interest. Not all records are kept forever. When records reach the end of their retention period and are no longer needed, they are securely destroyed. This can involve shredding paper documents or permanently deleting digital files. Secure destruction is important to protect sensitive information and comply with privacy laws. Governments follow strict protocols to ensure that records are disposed of safely and completely. Technology plays a central role in modern government record tracking. Advanced software, databases, and cloud solutions make it possible to manage vast amounts of information efficiently. Automation reduces manual errors and speeds up processes. Technologies like artificial intelligence are also being used to analyze records and detect patterns, helping governments make better decisions and improve services. While automation is increasingly common, some record tracking tasks are still performed manually. Manual tracking involves human oversight, data entry, and physical handling of documents. Automated systems, on the other hand, use software to track, update, and manage records with minimal human intervention. Each approach has its pros and cons, and many governments use a combination of both to ensure accuracy and efficiency. At the heart of digital record tracking are database management systems, DBMS. These systems organize, store, and retrieve data efficiently. Governments use specialized DBMS to handle everything from census data to criminal records. Features like indexing, search functions, and backup capabilities make DBMS essential tools for managing large volumes of information securely and reliably. Cloud storage has revolutionized how governments store and access records. By using remote servers, agencies can store massive amounts of data without the need for physical infrastructure. Cloud solutions offer scalability, disaster recovery, and remote access, making them ideal for modern record management. Security measures like encryption and multi-factor authentication are standard features to protect sensitive information in the cloud. Despite the rise of digital storage, physical archives remain important for preserving historical documents and records that exist only on paper. These archives are often climate-controlled and protected against fire, water, and pests. Archivists use specialized techniques to preserve fragile documents and ensure they remain accessible for future generations. Physical archives are a vital link to our past. Many governments are undertaking large-scale digitization projects to convert paper records into digital formats. Digitization improves access, reduces storage costs, and enhances security. The process involves scanning documents, indexing them, and storing them in digital archives. While digitization is a massive undertaking, it is essential for modernizing record management and ensuring long-term preservation. Metadata is data about data. In government record tracking, metadata includes information like the data record was created, who created it, and what it contains. Indexing uses this metadata to organize records and make them easier to find. Effective metadata and indexing systems are crucial for efficient record retrieval and management, especially as data volumes grow. Government agencies often need to share records with each other to provide services or enforce laws. Secure data sharing protocols ensure that information flows smoothly while protecting privacy. Systems are designed to allow authorized access while preventing unauthorized sharing. Interagency cooperation is essential for efficient government operations and public safety. Many government records are available to the public, either by request or through online databases. Public access promotes transparency and accountability. However, access is balanced with privacy concerns, and some records are restricted to protect sensitive information. Governments provide guidelines on how to request records and what information is available to the public. Freedom of information, FOI laws, give citizens the right to access government records, with some exceptions. These laws are designed to promote transparency and allow the public to hold governments accountable. FOI requests must be processed according to legal guidelines, and agencies must balance openness with the need to protect sensitive data. Protecting the privacy of individuals is a top priority in government record tracking. Laws and policies dictate how personal information can be collected, stored, and shared. Sensitive data is often anonymized or redacted before being released. Privacy protection measures help build public trust and ensure compliance with legal standards. Governments must be prepared for disasters that could threaten their records, such as fires, floods, or cyber attacks. Disaster recovery plans include regular backups, off-site storage, and emergency response procedures. These plans ensure that records can be restored quickly and operations can continue with minimal disruption, even in the face of unexpected events. With the increasing reliance on digital records, cybersecurity is more important than ever. Governments use firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and regular security audits to protect against cyber threats. Employee training and strict access controls further reduce the risk of data breaches. Cybersecurity is a continuous process that evolves with new technologies and threats. Governments must comply with a wide range of laws and regulations governing record management. These include privacy laws, data protection regulations, and industry-specific requirements. Compliance is enforced through regular audits, staff training, and strict internal policies. Failure to comply can result in legal penalties and loss of public trust. Many governments follow international standards for record management, such as ISO 15489. These standards provide guidelines for creating, storing, and disposing of records in a consistent and secure manner. Adhering to international standards helps ensure interoperability, especially when sharing data across borders or with international organizations. Archivists are professionals who manage and preserve government records. They are responsible for organizing, cataloging, and maintaining both physical and digital archives. Archivists also help develop policies and procedures for record management. Their expertise ensures that records are preserved for future generations and remain accessible when needed. Proper record management requires ongoing training and awareness for government employees. Training programs cover topics like data entry, privacy protection, and cybersecurity. Regular updates ensure that staff stay informed about new technologies and legal requirements. Well-trained employees are essential for maintaining the integrity and security of government records. Many governments use citizen identification systems to track records related to individuals. These systems assign unique identifiers, such as social security numbers or national ID cards, to each citizen. This makes it easier to link records across different agencies and ensures that information is accurate and up to date. In some cases, governments collect biometric data, such as fingerprints or facial recognition, to enhance record tracking and security. Biometric systems provide a high level of accuracy and help prevent identity fraud. However, they also raise important privacy and ethical considerations that must be carefully managed. Financial records, such as tax filings and government expenditures, are closely tracked to ensure transparency and accountability. These records are subject to strict auditing and reporting requirements. Accurate financial tracking helps prevent fraud, supports budgeting, and allows the public to see how funds are being used. Health records are among the most sensitive types of government records. They are protected by strict privacy laws and managed using specialized systems. Electronic health records allow for quick access by authorized personnel, improving patient care while maintaining confidentiality. Secure management of health records is essential for public trust. Law enforcement agencies maintain detailed records of criminal cases, arrests, and convictions. These records are used for background checks, investigations, and public safety. Access to criminal records is tightly controlled to protect the rights of individuals while supporting law enforcement efforts. Land and property records document ownership, transfers, and boundaries. These records are essential for legal transactions, urban planning, and taxation. Many property records are public, allowing citizens to verify ownership and resolve disputes. Accurate tracking of land records supports economic development and legal certainty. Vital records include birth, marriage, and death certificates. These documents are foundational for establishing identity and accessing government services. Vital records are carefully tracked and protected to prevent fraud and ensure that citizens can prove their legal status when needed. Some government records are preserved for their historical value. These include treaties, legislative acts, and important correspondence. Preservation efforts involve special storage, restoration, and digitization to ensure that these records remain accessible for research and education. Historical records provide insight into the past and help shape our understanding of society. Tracking government records is not without challenges. Issues like data breaches, outdated systems, and inconsistent practices can threaten the integrity of records. Governments must constantly adapt to new technologies, legal requirements, and public expectations. Addressing these challenges is essential for effective record management. The future of government record tracking will be shaped by emerging technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, and advanced analytics. These tools promise greater security, transparency, and efficiency. As governments continue to innovate, record management will become even more reliable and accessible, benefiting both officials and the public. Ethical considerations are central to government record tracking. Balancing transparency with privacy, ensuring fairness, and preventing misuse of information are ongoing concerns. Governments must establish clear policies and oversight mechanisms to address ethical challenges and maintain public trust. Engaging citizens in record management processes helps improve transparency and accountability. Governments encourage public participation through open data initiatives, feedback mechanisms, and educational campaigns. Informed citizens are better able to exercise their rights and contribute to effective governance. Record management is an ongoing process that requires regular review and improvement. Governments invest in new technologies, update policies, and seek feedback to enhance their systems. Continuous improvement ensures that record tracking remains effective, secure, and responsive to changing needs. In summary, government record tracking is a complex but essential function that underpins public services, transparency, and accountability. From creation to destruction, every step is carefully managed to protect information and serve the public good. As technology evolves, so too will the methods and systems used to track records. By understanding how government records are managed, we gain insight into the workings of modern society and the importance of safeguarding our collective history.